Hello YouTube. So in this video I'm going to show you how to create a 3D part in CATIA V5 R2764. So this is the version that I use personally, and I would like to go on and to explain you how to make how to start using CATIA if you are a beginner. How to start using the CATIA and the different tools that CATIA provides. So I will not say more. I will continue showing what is the purpose of this 3D design CAD system. I will start showing by what you have to do when you start doing the doing your model. So typically, CATIA, the standard measuring system is in millimeters. So whatever you design, you have to have in mind that you design in millimeters. And let's start showing how to do a part, how to start designing a part. So we are in the environment of CATIA. And here, as you can see, we can start. We have here the bar, the command bar, that we have different tools up here. So if you want to start doing the design, you have to start by clicking File and after New. So after that, you have here the window that says what you want to create. For this tutorial, I will start by selecting the part. So this is the simple design that you can start working with, and let's start. So we press OK, and now I will have the environment of CATIA. So when CATIA starts, here we see the origin. So we see the XYZ axis, which is actually the main origin of the creation of the part. So first of all, when you start doing, when you start designing your part, first of all you have, of course, to choose in which plane you have to start to design. I will do a very easy part, just a rectangle with just a volume with a few. I will create some fillets, or I will make some cuttings and some holes just to show you what we can do by using the CATIA as a beginner. So if we have to start doing the design, we have to be sure that the plane that we will use will be the correct one in terms of the assembly feature. So if you want to do the design of one piece and then you want to create an assembly, so means that you have to put together a lot of parts, you have to be sure that the part that you design will fit inside an assembly. This I'm going to show you in another video, but let's start now doing some fast sketches and of course to create a 3D model, a 3D part. So here we go up and right. You see here we have the position sketch. So means that if we select this command, then we are able to choose the plane that we want to design. Okay, I think this is quite clear. So I will start by selecting the YZ plane, which is this one, and down here you see that I have some options. Okay, so for now, for this design, we don't need to select something here, except that for your convenience, if you want, you can choose these three options. So I will show you exactly now what these options are. So when we say swap, means that we want to swap the vertical with the horizontal axis. So for example, if you see, if I click swap, After, we see that here the axes are changing. So means that in this situation, when we push swap, here we have the vertical axis and here we have the horizontal axis. Okay, so if I switch it off, I see that here I go to normal, horizontal and vertical axis. If I want to change the horizontal axis to be on the other side, then I have to choose the reverse horizontal, reverse edge. And you see that now the horizontal axis is opposite from the y-axis. So we go, if you like, to the negative axis of y. So I don't want that. And of course, this applies also to the vertical. If I select vertical, reverse vertical, you see that I go downwards. So this is the negative axis of z-axis. But this is not the case right now. I want to keep it as it is, and then I press OK. So in that case, now I have my plane to make the two-dimensional design. Okay. For example, now I want to choose a rectangle and to have the axis, the origin of my part, inside my design. So here, if I leave it like that, you see that all the lines are white. If I leave it like that, you see that I can move it here and there without constrain my model. Okay, this is something that you have to keep in your mind all the times. Your model must be constrained in order to not lose any axis. Because afterwards, if you want to do something like changing your part or change one dimension or something, then will be very, very difficult, and your part will be lost inside the model. So you don't want that. What you have to do, it is either to have constraint, just you double click this one and always remain active. This is also a very nice trick that you have to remember. So in that case, what I want to do is to have this edge with this edge and with this edge. So here you see that I get the dimension of my two-dimensional design, and here what I can do is by clicking the dimension, then I can change my dimensions down here. So for example, if I want to go for 120 millimeters, then I can change it from there. Okay, so for example, if I want to constrain, sorry, this is wrong. So if I want to constrain my model and to be always in the middle, if I want my my origin, my three axis to be always at the center of my part, which is actually the correct way to design, what we can do is to click first the two edges and after the symmetrical axis. So, for example, this one. When we do that, we see that we have activated another icon up here. So, if I click this icon, then I see that I have the symmetry option available. When I have the symmetry option and I click it, and after click OK, you see that here I have two new symbols that they say that my part, my design is always constrained to the vertical axis. So here, whatever I do, you see, I cannot move it to the horizontal axis, but I can move it only to the vertical axis. I can go only up and down. I cannot go left or right because I have a symmetric command from my part to the origin of this of the axis system. So if I want also to constrain my model to the vertical axis, to not allow any move, which I say again it's the correct way to design, is to have to click this line with this line here plus the horizontal axis. In order to choose all these lines, I do it by pressing the Control key. So again, I choose this line, I push the Control, I choose the other line, and after I choose the horizontal axis. Again, here I have this command now alive. So if I press this one again and I go to Symmetry, you see that here I have created a symmetric sketch. Okay, you still see that if I choose this line here, whatever line I choose, you see that there is no constraint to this axis. Okay, this is not actually true because here we have not placed a dimension. So if I go here and there and I place the dimension that I want, which for example I can change it to 75, okay, or I can go even to 50, which is better, and here I can go to 100, then you see here that all my lines became green. So it means that whatever I do here, I cannot move anything around. Okay, this is the first way to do the design. The second way, I will go now and I will delete this design and this is the case only for the rectangle. Here I have another command which is actually, let me show you. So here I have another command which is this command here, which is centered rectangle command. So with this command, what we can do, we can start designing our part starting from the origin of the axis. So by clicking there, you see that I can change the dimensions very, very easily. And apart from that, everything is constrained according to the center of the part. So what I will do here, just very quick, I'm going to place some dimensions, and this will become much, much easier and faster. You see how easy I changed. I have my part constrained, so meaning that everything now is stable and nothing can be moved around. So here, when I finish with my design, then I can exit from the design by pressing the Exit Workbench button. So now I am to the 3D environment, so meaning that here I can choose my design and I can start doing the 3D model. On the left side, you will see the tree. So this is the tree with a lot of information that concerns my design. So whatever I do, it is stored inside my part body. From here, from the tree, you can do whatever you want. Actually, by pressing Control and scrolling up, you see that I can have a bigger tree with bigger letters there, so to be more easy and for visual things. So whatever I design here, it is stored to my workbench there, to my tree. So what I can do now, I can start doing the 3D part. For the 3D part, and we are to the part design, so this is part design feature. We have different features like assembly design, drafting, generative design. I know that all these features are not available to all the CATIA versions, I would say, because depends what you have registered and what you pay in order to get all this information. But in any case, for my design, I will continue with the part design. Afterwards, in another video, I will go through the assembly, drafting, and generative shape design, and also some sheet metal design, which is very nice and very useful. So let's start by pressing the pad. This is the pad command. And here I see the window with a path definition. So for example, here I have to go directly to the selection. So here I have to select which profile I want to work with and to make it, let's say, as a 3D model. So here, if I go to my tree and to press sketch to select sketch, you see it's exactly the same thing, like choosing again the pad command and to go here and to select the sketch. So this is very common and very easy. Either you go from the tree or you go directly to your design if the design is clear and you can choose what you want to convert it to a 3D model. So few words here about the the 3D design. Here you see that I have some limits. For example, this is limit 1, this is limit 2. What these are doing? So, for example, with limit 1, if I go and select this limit 1, what I can do, it is I can change the dimensions of the design of the part that I want to make this pad. Either you go from here, from the length, from the window, and you change from 43 to whatever to 80. Press tab after you have the preview. Or you press tab, or you go directly and you do a preview here, and you see how the model will be. Okay, you see that here I have a very simple, of course, design, which this is the case now for this tutorial. Let's go and to change it to 60. I press tab and I go there. Either I do preview just to be sure that what I designed is correct and press OK. And now I have my model ready. This is the 3D model that I would like to design. So another trick is, so actually here what you can do is also to make corrections to the design that you did, okay, here, by clicking the pad command on the tree, or there, or directly on your design, and you get this information here. What will be very useful, I would say, is the mirror extend command. So the mirror extend, if you want to have a piece of 60 millimeters, you have to be sure that this will be 30, because don't forget you have a mirror extension by defining the center of the extension, the starting of the origin here. So if you go and you do preview, you see that again I have 30 millimeters as the profile, the length of my part, which is written here, okay, but because it is mirror extend, I have 30 plus 30, so typically it's 60 millimeters width, okay. So if everything is fine, then I go and I push OK, and everything is great. So this is how you can create a profile. I would like to go through some other features that CATIA has and we can create here. I will show you how to make a hole on a surface of this rectangle piece. The hole is very easy. We have two options. Either we choose the sketch command and we actually choose in which surface we want to design, and for example we want to design here. So if we see here, we see that the vertical and the horizontal axis actually are opposite. What I want to go and to do is to make the swap and to reverse the vertical axis. So when I do this, I will design like that. And let's press OK. And here you see how I want to design. All right. So actually here we have, we can choose the point command, and we can come, let's say, in this point, we click and we press escape in order to release the point. So now we have to go here, double click the dimension constraint, and we click here and the edge, and we create a dimension which is 20 millimeters. And the second one is this one, which is 13 millimeters. Why we do that? Because as I said before, to the design, two-dimensional design sketch, we have to constrain everything, because otherwise we don't know exactly how this will change in the future. So here, for example, this we want to be 15 millimeters, and also this we want to be 15 millimeters. This is the first way. We define the origin of the hole, for example, after we choose the circle command, and we go here and we choose the point. And like that, we can create the circle. So you see again that my circle, it is constrained for the center of the circle, but it's not constrained for the diameter. So what we do here, we go and we choose the constraint feature, we choose the line, and after we have the dimension. Then we go here and we change this dimension to 20. Okay, this is the diameter. Here we have the option and to go to radius. Okay, and for the radius we can go for 15, for example, or we can stay 10 millimeters. Okay, whatever you wish, whatever is easier for you. In this here design template, we can rotate our part in order to see how the design is done. And if everything is okay and we agree, then we are happy. Just to go back to the previous view, we have to go down here to the left side, and you see that here I have placed the normal view. The normal view according with the sketch plane that we have chosen. If we are okay with this design, then we go, then we go and we go exit the workbench, and this is what we have designed. Okay, so here I believe we will get an error when we try to make the hole, and we have to go with the command pocket. Exactly. So the selected sketch contains points defined as standard geometrical elements. You must convert these points into construction elements. So you want to select to use the selected sketch anyway. If we go yes, in any case we will not be able to make it because we will have this problem. In order, guys, to solve this problem, you have to click again the sketch either from here or from there, to go in this point and to select the point that we have done. If you cannot find the point, it's easy. You have to open the sketch, you have to go to geometry and click the point. When you click the point and you have the point selected, you have to go to this icon, which is construction standard element, and push this button, choose this command. You see that now we changed from the cross to a dot. So means that now we have converted this point here to a construction element, and the command, the pocket command, will not take it into account. So this is very important because maybe sometimes you can get some errors and you cannot continue designing what you want. So if you go here and you exit the workbench, now we see only the circle and not the center of the circle. And now we can continue with Pocket. Now you see we don't get any complaints from CATIA, and now we can use the limits either to go at the end of my part, or I can choose up to next, which is this surface here, or I can go up to last if I had a different design, more complex. So let's go up to last. We can make a preview, and here we see that we have created the hole. This is the first way to do it, but if you want to be more professional, or if you want to create a hole on a 3D part, then I would strongly recommend you to use the hole command, which is this command here. To do that, you have to click this command and to choose by pressing first to choose the first edge, then by pushing control to choose the other edge that you want to make the hole, and after to go to the surface and to click there. So with this way, what you get the dimensions directly of the center of the circle that you want to make, the hole. And here what you can do, you can change by double clicking the dimension. So here let's go to 20. Here I want also to go to 20. And now you see that I'm 20 millimeters from this edge, 20 millimeters from the other edge. So down here, first of all, you have to choose about your hole. Your hole can be blind, can go through the whole part, which is up to last, so we'll go up to the end of your part, which is what we want to do now. And of course you can choose the diameter. Okay, the diameter here will be 20 millimeters. So here we have more options actually for the hole. We have simple, means without threads. We have tapered, we have counterbored, countersunk, and counter-drilled. So here we can choose the counterbored or countersunk, whatever we like. Here I will leave it as it is, which is the default values. And here also we have threads. We can say to the program if we want to have the hole threaded or not. I will not go through this feature now. I will do it in another tutorial. So when I choose everything, then I do a preview and done. So this, guys, is the most easy way to create holes on a part. And this was the end of this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, please give a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel in order to get the latest updates. And of course, I will continue with more tutorials like that, showing about CATIA and how to become really a good designer if you want to use CATIA for your job. Thank you very much. See you in another tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give a thumbs up. Thank you very much.